Last week, I was inches and millimeters away from ending up in a serious car crash. And it was all my fault and completely avoidable. But to make matters worse is that I had two of the children in the car. And it's been about 5 days now, and I've been really shook up by this episode. I've been thinking about what happened, why it happened, and the seriousness of this happening. And the thing is, and this is so bloody stupid, the thing is that this was completely avoidable. I got triggered. I got angry. It turned into road rage, which turned into me almost crashing with two of my kids in the car in 100 kilometers an hour. And that's about 60-ish miles per hour for you Americans. And yeah, it's hard because well, it's fucking serious, isn't it? And the thing is that I let all of these external factors, people on the road, bad drivers, there are many around here that don't really know how to drive properly. There are many trophy wives, and no offense to women, but there are some women here who drives these cars that they have no business driving. They don't know how to drive them. They are too big, they are too long, they are too wide. I mean, you have these women driving these 7 Series BMWs, huge BMW X5s, Porsche, whatever, Cayenne, all these different stuff. They have no effing idea where the car is on the road. On top of that, it was snowing. It's been snowing heavily for weeks. It's really cold. Been cold for 2 months now. All this to say, last week, this thing got under my skin. I reacted to it in such a way that we were like freaking this close from a serious accident that I'm sure would have killed us. And that is not okay. It is just not fucking okay. And I decided to record this video and talk about it a little bit because I believe there are lessons in here to be had and things to be learned. And I believe that others might recognize some of this behavior, and I don't know, maybe it's useful for someone. And so after this near-death experience, I basically have a couple of questions. Well, I have 3 questions to myself. You know, what can I do to make sure that this never happens again? I was lucky this time, I might not be lucky next time. Why did this happen? And thirdly, in what other parts of my life or in my business have I acted upon or reacted to external factors outside of my control, but I have acted, reacted, had a certain behavior, or done certain decisions based on factors that I am not in control over? So let me start with question number 2. Like, why did this happen in the first place? And how do I how do I start this? Like, for me, it would be, okay, I am acting a certain way now, right here. So what have happened before that caused me to have this action or reaction and having this stuff getting under my skin? Because this happens all the time, every day. This people driving like idiots, it just is. I can't change it. It will not change. So what have happened in my life in the last weeks or months that has given me so much stress, anger, anxiety, losing my cool, balance, losing resilience? I don't know, whatever you want to call it. What has happened? Now, in my case, that's easy. I had a child. I'm 51 years old and I had a child 3 months ago. And clearly having a child disrupt your life. Again, that just is. And unplanned and unexpected as this baby boy was, he is immensely loved. He is so cute, he's so cool, and I love him to bits, and I wouldn't have it any other way. He is welcomed, he is loved, no matter how much disruption his arrival have caused on our family life, our plans, all of our things. It doesn't matter. It is a chaotic period now. It will work itself eventually. So that's one thing. But what else has happened? What have I done? What haven't I done? Like, what other things besides the baby has disrupted my life the last, let's say, the last 2 months, or let's say in 2026 so far? And there are many things I realized. So after this near crash, that fucking idiot I am, idiot, dumbass, for letting this happen, I've been contemplating and thinking so much about it. And one of the other things, big things that have happened or that I'm doing is these videos. But the thing is, I wanted to do this. I wanted to create a YouTube channel. I wanted to do YouTube. I've been literally procrastinating it since I turned 40. I was like, okay, I'm 40 years old. I want to do YouTube, midlife, all of these things. 10, maybe not 40, 41. Anyway, it's literally 10 years that I've been wanting to do this. So I decided last year that this year was going to be the year of YouTube, no matter what. And I stand by that, and it still is, and I'm still recording this. Not as many as I did in January, because in January I tried to do every day, even though it didn't exactly succeed, but still. Okay, so I've done that. What else has happened? And as I was thinking about this, is like, well, I stopped going to the gym. That's not great. Okay, I've been sick a couple of times, which you can of course say, why do you get sick all the time? But I stopped going to the gym. Since we have the baby, my wife takes care of the baby and all things baby. That also means that I generally don't get woken up in the night. The baby is pretty calm, thanks God for that. So he's not disrupting my sleep very much, and my wife takes care of everything with the baby. However, on my shoulders lands everything else. So the other kids, dogs, food making, food shopping, taking to leisure activities, all of that, that's on me. And that's okay, that's just is. It is just how it is. Oh, and walking the dogs and all of that stuff. So again, that's my life. That's what we have. That's what we have to do. We just have to make it work. And but what else? Well, I also stopped taking my supplements because I just simply forget. I don't have good enough systems for it. It goes out of my head. Stress, shit going on. It's like one of those things that isn't life essential, so they kind of ends up on the side and whatever. So I stopped taking supplements, including creatine. And when I do have some free time, what I've also noticed is that I've fallen back on bad behavior or former bad behavior, meaning as when I have a minute or I have 10 minutes or I have an hour of like breathing room, there's a break. Do I do productive work? Do I do something needed? No, I don't. I pick up this fucking thing and I start scrolling on social media or reading the news, and both. They are kind of both together by now. So I started consuming shit as well. So I do all of these things, or I don't do all of these good things. I kind of end up, sorry, I forgot about the food. I forgot to say about the food. Because of all, I hate making this food. So I've ended up taking shortcuts when it comes to food. So my diet has worsened. I don't like making food. I need to batch, I need to plan, I need to be better. I haven't. I've taken shortcuts. Food affects my brain. I got ADHD, and food is important, training is important. Now back to the info diet. I've put a lot of crap into the box, right? Which also affects, and it pacifies you. And you're in this bloody phone, which has this amazing algorithm that hooks you in and feeds you more of your gluttony. Is that what it's called? You end up consuming all this crap. So of course, crap in, crap out. So I stopped doing the good stuff. I started doing the bad things. So of course things goes wrong. And the interesting part here is, what to say? These are like basic things, right? And when we talk about health, longevity, having a good life, having a better life, living as good and healthy as you can, what are the basic things that everyone talks about? Like, what is the 80-20 of things? What is the Pareto principle? Like, what are the 20% things you can do that gives the 80% of the results? Now, the basic when it comes to health is sleep, good sleep. It's like one of the most important things. Now, luckily, I have that, or I would be absolutely destroyed. The other thing is exercise and training. I had that, but I stopped. Bad. Food is the third of the basics. So it's sleep, exercise, and food. So 2 out of 3, I fucked up. And on top of that, I started consuming crap, stuff on the internet, politics, politics, news, war, Israel, Palestine, lefties in America, Trump this, Israel that, Epstein files, whatever have you, all kinds of like negative shit that does not do anything to my life, doesn't add anything positive in my life. And I was eating it like it was fucking chocolate. So last week, I guess that came to a gigantic explosion, a volcano, what have you. And I almost ended up freaking killing myself and 2 of the children. So I did. So that leads me into the first question that I asked. Like, what can I do to make sure that this never happens again, right? And when I've sort of talked about or analyzed what happened and what are the possible reasons for why it happened, some of the answers to question number one becomes very obvious, right? Well, continue sleeping good. Start going to the gym again regularly, which I did today. Today is Monday. I've been to the gym 6:30 this morning. I was in the gym. I'll have a cup of tea while I'm sitting here. I was at the gym. So now I'm going to go back to the gym, and I'm going to try to go to the gym every morning at 6:30 in the morning, because it really, really does well for my ADHD brain. Food. I need to stop taking shortcuts on food and eat good food. Now, I don't eat a lot of crap. I don't eat a lot of processed food. So even when I eat bad food, it is still better food than the average American diet. It's still almost pure. It's minimal processed. We make food basically from the ground up, but from, we all have different levels, I suppose, and compared to my good levels, my food is here at the moment, and it needs to go up to much better. And so what was that? That was food. Yes, I need to bring back my supplementation. I also need to introduce ashwagandha, which is a fantastic supplement. And yes, goodness me, I need to start taking my creatine again. It's good for, building muscles, getting stronger, or at least a little bit bigger. But that's your typical 5 grams, the regular dosaging that people do. But there's so much research now showing that if you use 10, 15, 20, 25, even 30, depending on your weight, whatever your muscles don't use goes to your brain, and it helps with your cognitive function and whatnot. So I need to bring creatine back, and loads of it. And I will make a separate video about creatine, maybe even several. But that has to come back. Again, obvious, cut social media. Social media news gotta freaking go. It affects mood, anxiety, everything. It doesn't give anything good. So I actually last week, a few days after this episode, I signed up for Amazon Prime to get the. I don't shop that much on Amazon. Over here in Europe, it's not as good as it is in America. But I signed up to get the Amazon Prime Video so that I already have Netflix, so I could have a bigger pool of documentaries to watch. Now, I also want to do, I know that a lot of people hate this guy, but here's this guy, like the biography of Elon Musk. I want to read books and watch documentaries. That's the information I want to feed my brain, not triggering anxiety-inducing stuff. Good stuff in, good stuff out. Need to calm my mind. Now, in general, also reducing stress and whatnot. Again, on my phone, I have a subscription to Headspace, which is a meditation app. I have a subscription to Brain FM, which has both meditation, but also has these neurological sounds that puts you in different states of your brain. Amazing product. I have both these two, but I don't use them. Seriously, how stupid is that? So I need to start meditating. I need to start using Brain FM. I need to start doing sauna again. I think sauna is very, very beneficial for everyone and all human beings. And again, the stupid thing is I have a sauna. I don't use it. Oh, Thomas. So start using the sauna. I will start with a very small ambition. So twice per week will be my goal. If I can do 3, I will be very happy. I doubt I will be able to do 4. There's sauna also in the gym, but in the gym usually I don't have a lot of extra time when I'm there. So start doing that. Another of the sort of like the good things that you should do to improve your life, your longevity, your health, all of that stuff, is to have sunlight first thing in the morning. Now, when you live in the freaking north of Europe like I do, now in the winter we don't have sun before 8 o'clock, you know, in the morning, and by 8 o'clock I'm already been to the gym, I'm already on the way to school with the kids, I walk the dogs, all of those kind of things. But I should have prepared better for this, but I did buy this thing here. There are these sun lamps which gives you, you know, this artificial sunlight. Bright light for SAD and well-being. Improves mood, energy, and focus. Now, I bought one of those with the best reviews. I also bought one of the big ones and not the smallest, cheapest ones. But have I started using it? Nope. I need to start doing that. So these are some of the things that I need to start doing to make sure that this shit doesn't happen again, that I don't lose control again, that I lose my cool. Because, I mean, the thing is, when you get in this state, you get super stressed, your blood pressure rises, your frustration is high, anxiety is high, especially after. And so you have all of these things, and all of this is also bad for your health. And this channel is about personal development, self-improvement, to improve your longevity, your lifespan, your health span, to have a better, happier, healthier life. What happened last week, or what happened the last 2 months, I will say, is the opposite of that. It's the opposite of that. I did all of the things I shouldn't do. And with the stress and high blood pressure and all of those kind of things, it's bad for your cardiovascular system. You know, it can lead to heart attacks and freaking brain strokes, you know, cancer if you do it long enough. Stress is bad, 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 bad. And I'm not taking care of myself. I'm 51 years old. If I continue like this, I'll be dead in no time. And if we don't take care of ourselves, if we do not do the very basics, sleep, eat, exercise, consume proper stuff, get sunlight, etc., you're speed tracking to you're speeding up to your last day. And what we want to do is we want to push it as far away as we can, right? Not freaking drag it closer. So, the last couple of months, I would say, I've done everything wrong. And, you know, the bloody essence, the bloody essence, the very essence of this channel, you know, with the whole self-improvement and personal development, I don't know. I failed. I failed to a crazy degree, which accumulated into this almost accident last year that really could have killed us. And that is fucking bad shit. It's not okay. It's really, really, really not okay. So this is like a ding-a-ding-a-ding-ding, Thomas, it's time to really wake up. Now, the third question, what have I done in my life before this that has affected my life and my business? I realize that's 10, 20 videos just and in themselves, because, you know, I made millions and lost it all twice. So clearly I fucked up big time before in business. And I probably have in life as well. But this video is already, like what it says there, it's like 25 minutes. This is gonna go close to 30 minutes. So I think I'm gonna sort of stop here. I'll make videos about the other stuff later, but I think it's interesting for us. I mean, we can be smart in retrospect, right? We can't change what has been, what we have done. But what we have done, decisions we made, how we've acted has led us to here today. Now, if that is in a bad trajectory, like if we don't change, we're going to continue bad. We need to change and do the good stuff so that we go in the good direction, or maybe towards the camera. Bad, good, we're here. And this is where I feel that I am now. I've really had a ginormous punch in the face, or gut punch, call it whatever you want. And it's really, really time to wake up. So instead of going this way, going to the bad, I need to go and continue doing good. And that's what this whole bloody freaking channel is about. Doing the good stuff, to have a better life, to live longer, to be happier, to be healthier. And I've just sat here and spoken to you and said, I fucked it up big time. And it almost costed me and my children's life. Now, how's that for self-improvement? Like, it's like I'm fucking low here now. So the effort I need to do to go from here to a little bit better isn't much. Think about your own life. What are you doing? What have you done? What is it that you're doing regularly that gives you bad results? That has led you astray, that has given you bad results. That can be a million different things. You know, maybe you're divorced, maybe you're alone, maybe you, I don't know, got fired, or maybe you are obese, or you are, whatever those things are. What has led you there? How can you change it to get onto a better path? And that's where I find myself. Yeah, last week was freaking intense. And I think it is time to wrap up this video. Was it useful? I don't know. Think about your life, what got you here, change it, make it better. I think that's enough for this video. There will be a new video, not tomorrow, but later this week. It's Monday, so yeah, I'll try to make one more video this week. Bye for now.